ago, he was 1 for 3 at the plate, an RBI included. First hit came April 20th against Kennesaw State a season ago. Throw over to first, and Pierce is back. Pierce, 5 for 6 in the stolen base department last year. Stole 7 bases his first year at JUCO. And now the 2-0 pitch hits Moss on the right arm. So Moss is hit by a pitch. He's on his way to first. They're at first and second with nobody out for Justin Kirby. Kirby digs in, a solid debut for him. He was 2 for 8. His 2 hits, both home runs. He also walked 6 times against Indiana over the weekend. A veteran, transfer from Kent State. First pitch to him, missed inside, looked like a breaking ball that didn't break, 1-0. Brown has fallen behind each of the first 3 hitters. The first 2 reached. Brown steps off, checks his wristband, gets the pitch call. Now he's come set. Looks to second. Long look to second. Now he looks home. Now a third look to second base, and he steps off. Time is called. And in fact, the second ball is called because Brown took too much time, so the count moves to 2-0. The pitch, fastball downstairs, blocked there by Jensen. 3 balls, no strikes. Ike Irish waiting on deck. There are 2 Tigers on base and nobody out. We're in the bottom of the first, no score. Stretch by Brown. The freshman kicks and spins around towards second. Now we're ready again, the stretch. And again, Brown spins around and turns, and this time nobody was there. He just kind of lollipopped the throw over to second base. If that had any kind of heat on it whatsoever, it would have been in center field. Hudson had to hurry over and catch it. Here's the pitch. Fastball, outside, ball 4. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Kirby, and the bases are loaded for the SEC Co-Freshman of the Week in Ike Irish. This is a tough spot. You feel for the freshman out there in his first collegiate appearance. Not all that dissimilar to Drew Nelson. Drew got himself into some hot water in his first collegiate action Sunday, gave up a grand slam. It's something you know you'll learn from, but it's not fun to go through while it's happening. Here's Ike Irish. First pitch to him is a called strike. 0-1. Irish 6 hits in 12 trips. He scored 3 runs, had 3 doubles, drove in 3 runs. First in the first 4 batters that Brown starts with a strike. Wide stance for Irish, left side. He bounces the 0-1 pitch up there to Brown. That'll even the count to the Auburn designated hitter. Pierce is at third, Moss is at second, Kirby is at first. They singled, were hit by a pitch, and walked, respectively. Really wide stance for Irish. And again, Brown steps off, checks the wristband, now he's ready. The 1-1. Called strike on the inside corner at the knees. 1-2 the count. Brown looking for the first out of the ball game here in the bottom of the first. He winds and pitches and misses down and in. Looked like a slider. 2-2 to Irish. Michigan native. Singled on the first pitch he saw in an Auburn jersey. 2-2. Fastball. Just missed inside. And the count is full. Well, a pitch to do business on here. Nobody out, bases loaded. Corner infielders back up. The wind and the payoff pitch. That's lined down the right field line. That'll get down and for a base hit. Right fielder Lane plays it on a hop. Tigers play it station to station. It's 1-0 on the RBI single by Ike Irish. Ike is just such a good natural hitter. He knew a 3-2 count, more than likely he was going to get a fastball. Brown looked to the inside half of the plate, and Ike turned on it and singled to right. Moss winds up at third, Kirby at second, and now time is called. Quick visit to the mound. And I'm not sure if this is Chad Prakniak, the head coach at North Alabama, or the pitching coach is a volunteer assistant. I think this is Prakniak. I think this is the head coach who's going out and visiting with his true freshman pitcher. Auburn has sent 4 to the plate. Tigers have scored 1, and the bases are loaded for Bryson Ware. And Bryson has been on a tear to start the season. Leads the team with 7 hits. He has 3 doubles and 2 RBIs. That RBI number will go up if he'll find a gap here. Righty-righty matchup. Brown to the plate. Big swing and a miss of the slider down and away, 0-1. Bryson was swinging the bat with bad intentions on that first pitch from Brown. Rocks and fires. A check swing and a called strike on the inside edge. 0-2. First time Brown has gotten ahead 0-2. So Bryson digs in. One wag of the bat over the plate. Brown to the wind, to the plate. Fastball missed high. Waste pitch there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brown at 17 pitches. He's looking for his first out of the ballgame. 1-0 Tigers, bottom of the first. 1-2. Foul tip. Ware stayed alive. There's a lot of room behind home plate. That one was fouled, but if one gets away from Jensen, Moss should be able to score pretty easily from third. 1-2 delivery. It's low, and it's blocked by Jensen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we'll do it again. Brown in a habit early of stepping off the rubber briefly. Now when he gets back on, he works quickly. 2-2 pitch is high, and now the count is full to Ware, 3 balls and 2 strikes. After almost every pitch, Brown steps off the rubber, collects himself. They use the pitch signal on the wrist guard. Then he stands on the rubber, and he's ready to go almost immediately into the wind. Payoff pitch to Ware, fastball, lifted into center field. Here comes McIntyre, long run. He makes the running catch. Tagging from third is Moss. The throw is high and up the line. It's a sacrifice fly for Ware. It's 2-0 Auburn in the bottom of the first. Ware took the 3-2 fastball off the hands and just fisted it out towards shallow right center. McIntyre and Athletic play a long run to get it for out number 1. Moss alertly tagged up from third. Runners at first and second stayed put. Here is Ryan Dial with runners at first and second, 1 out and 2 in here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to him from the stretch is swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Dial hit .217 a season ago, 4 homers, 26 RBIs. Has 7 career home runs in the orange and blue. Brown comes set at the belt, looks to second briefly a couple of times, now deals. It's a slider and it misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Tigers catcher. Still see a string of those headlights and taillights trying to get into the ballpark tonight. 1-1 delivery from Brown. Here it is. Missed high and away. 2 balls and a strike. Third baseman Ferrigno off the line. They play him to pull. Dial, a left-handed hitter. Runners get their leads from first and second in the 2-1 pitch. Just missed the inside corner. Good-looking pitch by Brown. Didn't get the call. Jensen flinched and tried to bring it back over the plate, tried to frame it. Admirable job, but he didn't get the call. So the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch number 25 of the first inning from Avery Brown is coming up. The 2-2. There's a called strike. Must have been 3-1. I had him with 2 strikes. So now it's full, 3-2. 2-0 Auburn, bottom of the first inning. Now the payoff pitch to Dial. On the way. Fouled back to the screen. Dial with 6 career doubles to go with his 7 career home runs. He's driven in 33 runs at Auburn. Cole Foster waits on deck. Dial, the 6th man to bat here in the first inning. 1 out, 2 on, 2 in. Brown deals. Swinging a line, drive center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Kirby is waved around third as McIntyre bobbled the ball in center field. Kirby comes around to score. It's 3-0 Auburn in the first inning. Dial singled. He hit it sharply. Kirby had to hesitate momentarily, but Gabe Gross with eyes on McIntyre in center field the whole way. As soon as McIntyre had just a little bit of trouble coming up with the ball cleanly, it was the windmill for Kirby, who scored well before a throw on the play. So the first 3 reached and the first 3 scored. And Ike Irish goes all the way around to third on the play. They're at the corners and still just 1 out for Cole Foster. The pitch to him is low. Ball 1. Brown had started with a strike to 3 straight hitters. Irish with good speed at third. Dial is at first. 1 out. Foster hitting from the left side against the right-handed pitcher. Brown to the plate. Big swing. He fouled it off the hands, back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the run is an unearned run. They give McIntyre an error in center field. It's a single for Dial and an RBI for Ryan. And 1-1 to Foster. Miss low, 2 balls and a strike. Cam Hill waiting to hit next. Just a slight breeze now begins to blow out toward left field. 2-1 to Foster. Upstairs, 3-1. Walk would load him up for Hill. Tigers have loaded the bases once in the inning. They have scored 3 times on 3 hits. There's been a hit batter, a walk, and 1 North Alabama error. The pitch to Foster. Fly ball absolutely tattooed down the right field line, but foul. My goodness, Foster crushed that ball, but he turned on it just a little bit too early. You've got a hillside there just teeming with kids. Having a good time at the ballpark. And they got a heads up over there. Throw over to first. Chases Foster back. The count 3-2 to the Tigers shortstop. Who has more fun? Who's happier in life than a kid rolling down the hill at a baseball game? Nobody. Payoff pitch to Foster. Here it is. Runner goes from first. And the pitch is high and inside for ball 4. So Foster draws the second walk of the inning issued by Brown. And the Tigers have loaded the bases again here in the first inning, and that'll be the end of the day for Avery Brown. So a tough start for the freshman who manages 1 out on a sacrifice fly, gives up 3 hits, 2 walks, and 1 hit batter. And that will spell the end of the day for Avery Brown. The Tigers get to him for 3 runs in the first inning. Tigers will still be batting when we come back with bases loaded and 1 out. North Alabama in the bottom of the first inning makes the Wind Creek call of the bullpen. The new pitcher on a Wind Creek call to the bullpen for North Alabama is right-hander Caden Barnett. He is a 6'4", 190-pound sophomore righty from Next Level Academy in Coleman, just down the road a piece on I-65. Last year, he appeared in 17 games, all in relief, 28 and 2/3 innings, a record of 1-1, and an earned run average of 7.85. Averaged 9.5 strikeouts per 9 innings, and even earned a save for North Alabama. Really bright guy, secretary of the North Alabama Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Played at Next Level Academy in Wetumpka. They were the runner-up in their league in 2021. His junior year had a 105 earned run average in a COVID-shortened season. And in his sophomore year, 17 innings, a .73 earned run average. So Caden Barnett, number 34, is the new pitcher for North Alabama. Well, Avery Brown Tigers really trying to pour it on here in the bottom of the first inning. Hill with that open stance, a left-handed hitter. The pitch, fastball, inside edge, 1-1. Good pitch from Barnett. Irish is at third, Dial is at second, Foster is at first. Here's the pitch. Slider down in, it's ball 2 to Hill. Case and Howell waits next. 3-0 Auburn. Outfield is straight away. The pitch. That's lined into right center field. That's going to find a gap. Gets down. Irish scores easily. Here comes Dial. He's waved around third. It's a 2-run single for the hometown guy, Cam Hill. 5-0 Tigers in the first inning. Cam Hill with career RBIs 42 and 43 on the first swing of his bat in 2023. Irish and Dial scored on the play. Foster all the way around to third. They're at the corners, still just 1 out. And Case and Howell, the hitter. 5-0, bottom of the first inning. The pitch. That's right through there for strike 1 to Kaysen. Howell 3 for 13 on the season's opening weekend. A double and a run scored. Feet shoulder width apart in the right-handed batter's box. Barnett. Deals. The pitch is inside. It's 1-1 to the Auburn center fielder. line into delivery. Oh, that nearly hit him. He backed out of the way. Drew a few oohs from the Auburn fans here at Toyota Field. 2-1 to count. Here's the pitch by Barnett. It's foul tipped at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Five in for the Tigers. Auburn is batted around. There's still only 1 out and 2 on here in the first. Barnett, the second pitcher of the night, looks over toward first, looks home. From the stretch, he fires. And that nearly hit Howell. Kaysen had to duck down and out of the way. Or he might have gotten a headshot there. And the count is full. Walk would load him up. And we would start this thing all over again at the top of the order. Barnett comes set, the pitch. Swing and a looper out to short. It'll be played on a hop. They'll go to second for 1. No chance at a double play. It's a ground out, or rather it's a fielder's choice for Howell. It scores Auburn's 6th run of the innings. Cole Foster scores easily on the play. It's 6-0 Tigers with now 2 outs and Kaysen Howell at first. Hill is retired on a 6-4 force. The ball just sort of blooped out toward short. Didn't hang up long enough for Fry to get it in the air, so he had to play it on a soft top. And they could only get the force at second. And here's a called strike to Bobby Pierce, the 10th man to bat here in the first inning. 0-1. Pierce singled on a 1-0 pitch and came around to score earlier this inning. Barnett comes set. His 0-1. His hit off the end of the bat out towards second. Short hop smothered there by the second baseman Hudson, who will crawl over to the bag and tag second base for out number 3. But Auburn, a big inning to get things started tonight and set the tone here in Madison. 6 runs for the Tigers on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. There was 1 North Alabama error and 1 runner left on base. 10 Tigers come to the plate in inning number 1. We go to the second. It's 6-0 Auburn. Auburn baseball continues in a moment. All right, we go to the second inning here at Toyota Field in Madison. Auburn leads North Alabama 6-0. 6 runs on 4 hits for Auburn in that first inning. Now we go to the second, and it'll be the middle third of the order due up against Connor Copeland. Jonathan Lane, Jackson Ferrigno, and Peyton Thomas. Throw goes down to second. Copeland with an efficient first inning. He went to a full count on the leadoff man, Dominic McIntyre, struck him out. And then dispatched to Fry and Machado fairly easily. As a result, only 12 pitches for Copeland. 6 pitches to the first batter and then 6 to the next 2. Jonathan Lane, the right fielder, 4 for 10 against Milwaukee in the opening weekend for UNA. First pitch to him just misses the inside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. Lane, the right fielder, a double, 3 RBIs, and a couple runs scored. He's a right-handed hitter, and he swings and lifts this one foul off to the right side and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Copeland pitching with a 6-run lead. He could just sort of relax and throw strikes. He misses downstairs here, 2-1. It's sometimes hard for a guy to do. You get the big lead and to keep the edge. But at the same time, know that you do have a 6-run lead. Here's the pitch, missed away, 3-1 to Lane. Lane back out there and healthy. The right fielder waits, and the 3-1 pitch. Swung in line into left center field. That's a base hit, and that finds a gap. That's going to roll for a while, all the way to the wall. Lane speeds around first. He's headed for second. Stand-up double for Jonathan Lane. A 3-1 pitch. He sat on a fastball and lined it out to left center field. Pierce and Howell, as fast as they are, could get over and to cut that off before it raced to the wall. So Lane gets his second double of the season. He's aboard for Jackson Ferrigno. The stretch and the pitch to Ferrigno misses a little low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Stretch by Copeland, and the pitch. Fouled back. Good looking swing by Ferrigno, 1-1 the count. Ferrigno drove in a team-best 4 runs. North Alabama dropped the first 2 games of that Milwaukee series and then won the third, exploding for 14 runs in the process. The pitch. Off the end of the bat, lined into center. Cason Howell is over to his left and in, makes the catch. Lane bluffs a tag from second, decides to stay there. And that was a wise decision. Ferrigno retired for the first out in the second. And Peyton Thomas is the batter. Welcome those of you who are watching tonight on YouTube, on the Trash Pandas YouTube channel. We are in the top of the second inning. A big first inning for Auburn. The Tigers scored 6 runs on 4 hits. A couple of walks and an error in the inning. And as a result, Connor Copeland is pitching with a 6-run lead for Auburn. Peyton Thomas, the designated hitter, stands in from the right side. Here's the pitch. That's right through there for a strike, 0-1. The second inning is presented by Auburn, Bank Champions of U. Copeland leans over. Straightens up. Looks to second. Looks home quickly and pitches. That's fly into left center. Long run. Bobby Pierce still on the run. Reaches out and makes the catch on the edge of the warning track. An over-the-shoulder catch. He hauled it in like a wide receiver running a go pattern on the sideline. And Thomas put a charge in it, but he's retired for the second out. 2 fly ball outs here in the second for the Lions. For those of you who are watching on YouTube tonight who are North Alabama fans, just to clarify what you're listening to, you're listening to the radio feed of the Auburn Sports Network, the audio feed of the Auburn Sports Network on the YouTube channel of the Trash Pandas. Here's Drew Hudson. First pitch, check swing. Did he go? He did not, says David Savage down at first base. Pitch was low, ball and nothing to count to the Lions' second baseman. He was 2 for 8 with a walk and a couple of strikeouts on opening weekend. Another right-handed batter. Copeland looks to second briefly, now fires. And misses down and in with a fastball. 2-0 the count. So we're glad to have you tuning in, however you're making us a part of your Tuesday night. Copeland ready again. He deals. It's lifted high into the air. Right side, that'll get into the seats. First strike on Hudson, 2-1 to the Lions' second baseman. A lot of people milling around the concourse level. I think the crowd this year is bigger than last year's crowd. Here's the pitch. There's a strike on the outside half to Hudson, 2-2 the count. And as this becomes a regular thing, I think you'll continue to see the attendance rise here at Toyota Field. Game operations here does a terrific job, and this is a good warm-up for them before their season gets underway. 2-2 pitches swung on and missed. Hudson runs down to first. It got away from Dial briefly. Dial throws him out, and that's the end of the inning. That's 3 strikeouts for Copeland over the first 2 frames. So Copeland gives up the leadoff double to Lane, but nothing after that. No runs on a hit for the Lions, no errors, and a man left in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 6-0 Auburn, and this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly. We welcome you back to Toyota Field in Madison, just outside of Huntsville. It's Auburn and North Alabama tonight. Under the lights, really comfortable weather. And for Auburn, a 6-0 lead as the Tigers come to bat in this second inning. It'll be Moss, Kirby, and Irish, 2, 3, and 4 in the order due up for Auburn. If you missed the first inning, typically at these ballparks, they like to have fireworks after the game. We had some fireworks in the first inning. 6 runs on 4 hits. No extra base hits. All 4 hits were singles for the Tigers in the first. Moss was hit by a pitch and scored in that first inning. And he takes a strike to start the second. Caden Barnett came on in relief for the true freshman Avery Brown. And Barnett stays out there to start the second. His 0-1 pitch is high and off the mitt of Jensen and all the way to the screen. 1-1 to Brody Moss. Moss wearing jersey number 9, left-handed batter. The pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach Thompson has started focusing on and talking more about the tenets of winning baseball. And he talks about which team is going to have the biggest inning. Pitch to Moss is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And more often than not, and this is something they're going to track and talk about throughout the season, the team that has the biggest inning is the team that wins the game. A 6th spot in the first is a good sign. Here's the 2-2. That's hit on the ground, back up the middle and a base hit. Good piece of hitting by Moss. The 2-2 was a breaking ball that was low. It started in the strike zone, but it ended very low. Moss, you could see him watching it all the way down, went down, lowered his stance, put the barrel of the bat down just a couple of inches off the dirt, and golfed that one through into center field. So Moss has his first hit of the season. And Justin Kirby stands in. Kirby walked in the first and scored. It was his 7th walk already this year in game number 4. Right-handed hitter waits and takes ball 1 inside. Total bases is something they'll track. Generally, the team with the most total bases wins the game. And freebies, who wins the freebie war? And Auburn took advantage of a couple of walks and a hit batter. All three, the 2 walks and the hit batter, scored in the first inning. 1-0 pitch off speed, inside again, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Kirby. If what we've seen the first 3 games and change is any indicator, this is a lineup that's going to be able to put the pressure on opposing pitchers this year. The 2-1's just a straight fastball down the middle. Kirby watched it for a first strike, 2-1. Kirby selective at the plate, doesn't swing at stuff outside the strike zone. Ike Irish just a natural hitter. 2-1. Breaking ball, popped up to the right, out of play. Got away with one there. 2-2 the count. Was talking about the crowd earlier. This is the 2nd year in a row that Auburn has played here. But you could see this kind of thing becoming a tradition and people starting to put it on their calendars months in advance and really look forward to, maybe even start tailgating before this game every year. 2-2 pitch to Kirby. Oh, nearly hit him. Breaking ball didn't break, up and in. Kirby had to sort of limbo out of the way there. 3-2 the count. But just in a year's span, there are, goodness, 10 times the number of restaurants surrounding the ballpark, apartment complexes. There's a lot going on in this area. Payoff pitch. Runner goes from first, swung on and missed. Throw goes down to second. It's in time. And that is a strike 'em out, throw 'em out double play. Kirby swung at a pitch that might have been a little low. He was trying to protect Moss. But Auburn in the strike 'em out, throw 'em out double play. And just like that, rather than a mounting threat in the second, Barnett pitches with nobody on and 2 outs. The sad part is Irish bats with nobody on base. Swings of the first pitch, sends it 1.5 miles into the sky. Foul off to the right. Beautiful minor league ballpark. Luxury areas down the third and first base lines. 0-1 to Irish. Missed inside with a fastball, 1-1 the count. Some terrace level picnic seating down the left field line. Swing and a miss on a slider to Irish. It's 1-2. We mentioned that grassy hillside, not unlike what you see at the Hoover Met for the SEC tournament. Down the right field line. A ball and 2 strikes the count. Irish with that wide stance. Here's the pitch. Pulled foul on the ground past Carl Nonamaker at first base. 6-0 Auburn, nobody on, 2 out, bottom of the second. Barnett ready again, into the wind. He plants and deals. Swing and a bouncing ball. Right side against the shift, away from the shift, and the second baseman, Hudson, will have no play. Hudson, it's not technically the shift. Hudson, though, was way over toward the first base line. He had to go probably 50 feet just to corral that ball on the ground, and he had no shot at throwing out Ike Irish. Ike's got his second hit, this an infield single here in the second inning. He's aboard with 2 outs for Bryson Ware. It wasn't the full shift because Fry and Ferrigno were still on the left side of second base. But Hudson was so far over toward first, if you could have rolled the ball out over the second base bag, he could have stretched that to a double. Now the shift is on for Ware as Hudson, the second baseman, moves over to the left side of the second base bag. So you have 3 infielders between second and third, and a huge hole on the right side as they hold on Irish. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive into left center field. Ware got a hold of that one. Extra bases for Bryson. Irish on his way to third. Windmill from Gabe Gross. Here comes the throw. Irish slides. He's out. Knight with a rocket from left field. It was all the way to the wall off the bat of Bryson Ware. But a terrific job by North Alabama on the relay throw and then the throw home. Irish tried to slide around the tag and between the feet of the catcher, but to no avail. No argument from Auburn. It's a base hit for Ware, but Irish is thrown out at home trying to score with 2 outs, and the inning comes to a close. No runs for Auburn on 3 hits.
Stay down
no
here.
errors,
My ladies are going to go down there, grab a balloon. They're going to pop it on their partner's chest. The next one, they'll pop it on their partner's lap. The final one, they will pop while the partner is laying on the ground. Ladies, if you could, come down this way. We're going to start down here. Then you go get the balloon. And then, fella, I need you to stand up so we can get this going right. So, ladies, please. Here we go. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Get your balloon, bring it back, and pop it on your partner's chest while they're standing up. Oh, Orange is off to a good lead. The white team can't figure it out. Blue's just behind. Now this one's on the lap. Oh, that was one way to do it. Oh, the blue team's just trying to hurt each other, I think, as the orange team's on the ground. Wait, what? I guess you just got to jump on him now. Oh, there we go. I think our winner is officially the white team. Give it up. I'm sorry, Orange. I can't give it to you. You popped your own balloon on the way out.
Six to nothing Auburn as we go to the third inning. The third inning is presented by the Vance Law Firm. And at the Vance Law Firm, they say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. 8, 9, and 1 in the order due up for North Alabama. Knight, Jensen, and McIntyre. 6 runs on 7 hits for Auburn. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for North Alabama. It officially goes as a double for Bryson Ware, with Irish thrown out, trying to score from first on the play for out number 3 in the bottom of the second. Now Connor Copeland starts his third inning of work. First pitch. It was a check swing. He did not go, and the pitch was a little up. A ball and nothing to the UNA left fielder. Knight 2 for 11. He walked 3 times. He scored 2 runs. Right-handed hitter, and he swings and pops it up and back and out of play into the seats. 1-1 tonight. A little more on the North Alabama head coach. He spent the last 2 seasons at Delaware. Pitch misses outside tonight, 2-1. He was the associate head coach and recruiting coordinator at Delaware. And before that, for 9 years, he was the head coach at Westchester, a Division II school. Pitches a strike, 2-2 tonight. He won 2 national championships at Westchester. And before being a head coach at the Division II level, he was an assistant. He was a pitching coach and recruiting coordinator for William and Mary. 2-2, misses low. 3-2 to Andrew Knight. Prachniak is from Rhode Island. He played at Rhode Island. He was a co-captain for a Rhode Island team that won 35 games in 2005. The pitch is fouled back to the net. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes. That Rams team won the A-10 Eastern Division Championship. The 35 wins in 05, a school record at the time. Jad Prachniak. Payoff pitch. Fouled back. Knight hanging tough. Copeland retired the side in order in the first, gave up a leadoff double in the second, and then got the next 3. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Got him with a fastball on the inside corner. Knight battled. Copeland won the battle in the end, and that's 4 strikeouts now for Connor Copeland. The K counter is presented by Kia of Auburn, where you are always number 1. Levi Jensen, the catcher, is due up, number 9 hitter in the order. Jensen 1 for 6. Swings a little swinging bunt out in front of the plate. It's grabbed quickly by Dial, but Caleb Devier is there quickly to say that's a foul ball. Come on back. So it's 0-1 to Jensen. Jensen had 1 walk. He scored a run. He drove in a run on opening weekend. The pitch. Downstairs, 1-1. The RBI for Jensen came on a sacrifice fly. Another right-handed batter. The 1-1 on the way from Copeland. That's right through there for strike 2. Connor leans over. 6'2" in stature. He looks taller than that on the mound. Long legs. 1-2 pitch. Way outside. Dial lunges to his right to grab it. 2-2 the count. Copeland again ready with nobody aboard and 1 out in the top of the 3rd. He deals. That's at the knees for a called 3rd strike. Went back to the fastball and froze Jensen. Back-to-back strikeouts for Copeland give him 5 in the game. 5 Ks the first time through the North Alabama order. Back to the top and Dominic McIntyre. McIntyre struck out his first time. Pitch. Starts him with a strike here, 0-1. Copeland picked up wins in 3 straight appearances last year. A start against Kennesaw State and games at Jacksonville State and Tennessee. The 0-1 is low to McIntyre. A ball and a strike. He started March 1st against Alabama State, gave up 1 unearned run on 5 hits in 2 1/3 innings. Threw 52 pitches in that outing. That was his first start, his first appearance last year. Pitches fouled back, 1-2. His second start came a month and a half later against Kennesaw State. No runs, 2 hits, 4 innings. A walk and 8 strikeouts, and 68 pitches. The 68 pitches were his season high. The 4 innings were his season high. McIntyre asks for time. So 6 1/3 innings in 2 starts last year for Copeland. The pitch just missed inside, and Connor wanted it. 2-2 the count. 6 1/3 innings in 2 starts. He gave up 7 hits, 1 unearned run, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Not bad. He's gone 2-2 to McIntyre here, and the lefty deals. Swing and a foul ball on the ground left side. We'll do it again. Likely to see Chase Isbell tonight when Copeland has reached his max. Copeland at 44 pitches right now. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got McIntyre to chase one down near the dirt. Dial chases him down and tags him with the ball, and Copeland strikes out the side in the 3rd inning. That's 4 straight strikeouts and 6 in the game for Auburn starter Connor Copeland. We have played 2.5 innings here at Toyota Field. Before we go further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Tigers bat in the bottom of the third, leading 6-0 when we come back. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly. Six to nothing Auburn. Before we resume play in the third, we remind you that Conecuh Sausage is proud to sponsor Auburn baseball. Conecuh Smoked Sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating. Now you can enjoy their grilled sausage dogs and premium hot dogs inside Plainsman Park. Conecuh, still family owned and made in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947. Make Conecuh Sausage part of your game day. 6-0 Auburn. Ryan Dial leads off the bottom of the third inning, and he takes ball one high and outside. Auburn sent 10 to the plate in the first, scored 6 times on 4 hits. Dial singled, drove home a run, scored a run in that first inning, and he takes strike one here from Caden Barnett. Barnett at 31 pitches in this relief stint. He came on with 1 out in the bottom of the first. He rocks and fires. And misses low, 2-1. Again, for those who are watching on the Trash Pandas YouTube channel, we appreciate you tuning in today and appreciate the folks with the Trash Pandas making this available to you. There's a high fly ball. Shallow center, or shallow right. Lane is back, or Lane is in, and he calls off the second baseman Hudson and makes the catch for the first out. Now Cole Foster to the plate. Cole walked and scored a run in the first inning. Trash Pandas open their season April 6th. And if you haven't been to the ballpark, make your plans to get here for a game. First pitch is outside to Foster, 1-0. I almost said get up here for a game because it's up from Auburn, but if you're over in Florence, it's over. Here's the pitch. It's high, 2-0. So get up for a game, get down for a game, get over for a game. April 6th, they have their opening night with post-game fireworks. A lot of fireworks shows, especially on weekends here at Toyota Field. Pitch to Foster. There's a called strike, 2-1. Little birdie even told me that on September 6th, you're looking at Sonny DeShera bobblehead night here at the ballpark. 2-1 to Foster. Inside, 3 balls and a strike to the Auburn shortstop. Of course, DeShera, not just a fan favorite at Plainsman Park, but immediately after being drafted, he was playing for the Trash Pandas. A fan favorite here. And the pitch hit Foster. Oh, it hit him on the back of the foot. Sent Cole down to the ground. Gets up, tosses his guard away, and walks down to first base. 3-1 slider came down and in and landed right on the side or back of the foot. Cole's kind of shaking it out, kicking it out as he gets to the first base bag. Auburn was given 3 free base runners in the first inning, 2 walks and 1 hit batter, and all 3 scored. Cam Hill takes a strike in the inner corner. 0-1 the count to Cam. A 2-run single for Hill back in the first inning. Hill with a homer and 19 RBIs last season in limited duty. He hit .278. The pitch outside. 1-1. And with Teixeira performing the way he performed, it was just tough for Cam to get into the lineup with any regularity last year. 1-1. Off speed, outside, 2-1. A lot of pressure on Sonny at this level. Everybody knew who everybody knows who he is, and big jump to go straight into AA ball. Pitch just missed inside, and it's 3-1 to Cam Hill. But obviously everybody here rooting for him, and everybody in the stands rooting for Sonny D on his professional journey. Now the 3-1 to Cam Hill. On the way. Right through there. And the count is full. Kaysen Howell waits to hit next. Foster at first after being plunked. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd inning, 6-0 Auburn. Barnett from the stretch. Looks down, looks up. Fires. Whoa, it sailed on him. Sailed on him all the way to the net. And that was ball 4. Had it not been ball 4, Foster would have been at second base anyway. So back-to-back freebies. Tigers will try to make these count. Kaysen Howell, the number 9 hitter. Before he bats, though, we're going to get a mound visit and a pitching change. North Alabama will go to its 3rd pitcher of the night, as the Tigers have put a couple on with 1 out in the 3rd inning. And North Alabama makes a Wind Creek call to the bullpen. On a Wind Creek call to the bullpen, this looks like North Alabama is going to go with number 7, Carson Howard. Yep, Carson Howard, a right-hander out of St. James High and Pike Road. 5'11", 175, a sophomore right-hander. Last year in his freshman campaign, 0-1. With an earned run average of better than 17, had 18 appearances, 1 start, 48 hits, 39 runs, 19 walks, 12 strikeouts in 19 2/3 innings. In high school, he was a pitcher and a shortstop, as a lot of the really athletic guys pulled double duty. In high school, that St. James team was a 4A area champion and in 2018, and a 3A area champion in 2019. And a member of the National Honor Society. A 17.39 earned run average in 18 appearances a season ago. And now he's on to face Kaysen Howell in a tight spot here. Carson Howard, number 7, the new pitcher for UNA. Kaysen Howell reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. And right away, Howard is off the rubber, checks his wristband. And now he's ready. The pitch to Howell. He showed bunt, pulled the bat back, took a ball outside. Not a bad idea. Get the defense scrambling a little bit. Runners at first and second. Make them make a decision. Make them think rather than just react. And not holding on the runners. Well, the second baseman Hudson sneaks in and now sneaks back. And Howell puts down a great bunt. Left side, it's bobbled by the pitcher Howard, and everybody will be saved. Howell may have beaten that out anyway. Really good bunt, left side of the diamond. Howard hopped off the mound quickly and just fumbled it between his hand and his glove. Couldn't come up with it cleanly, and everybody's safe. Bases loaded, 1 out. Just an excellently placed bunt by the veteran Kason Howell. They'll give him a bunt single on the play. So Auburn with 8 hits and 7 of them have been singles. Here's the pitch to Bobby Pierce. It's a little low for ball 1. Bobby gets his 3rd at bat. And this is the 3rd inning of the game. Pierce has reached on a fielder's choice. He singled and scored, 1 for 2. 5 for 16 now to start the season. And he drives one down the left field line. That gets down. Here comes Foster. He will score. Right behind him, Hill. He scores. Throw gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for Howell to score. It's a 2-run single for Bobby Pierce, and that makes it 8-0 Tigers. Let's see if they give Pierce a single or a double. That was inside and low, and he got his hands in and turned on it and sent a looping line drive into left. Credit Knight for getting over as quickly as he did. It's a single and 2 RBIs for Pierce. He takes second on the throw home. And now the pitch to Brody Moss, a called strike, 0-1. Foster and Hill scored on the play. Howell all the way around to third. They're at second and third, still just 1 out. And Moss the batter. Moss has been hit by a pitch and he is singled. The delivery misses low, 1-1. 8 runs on 9 hits for Auburn. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for North Alabama. And the pitch is high to Moss, 2-1. Well, Butch Thompson talked about the desire to play well for the Auburn fans who may not get a chance to see this team play at Plainsman Park this year. Moss swings and drives one to right center. McIntyre is over. That'll be deep enough to score the run. Both runners tag. Coming home to score is Howell. That'll make it 9-0 Tigers. An RBI sacrifice fly for Brody Moss. 2 outs in the inning. And now Pierce is at third. All 9 players for the Tigers have scored at least a run, with the exception of Bryson Ware, who has driven in a run and has Auburn's only extra base hit of the night. Justin Kirby has walked and struck out. He has scored a run. The pitch. It's in there on the inside corner. 0-1 to Kirby. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. A lot of bite on that. Good pitch by Carson Howard. 3 more runs here in the third after a 6-run first. Lined by Howard, and the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Same pitch, different result. No swing this time by Kirby. It was blocked by Jensen, 1-2. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped, rather, into the catcher's mitt. And the inning comes to a close. Nice job by Howard to come in and close the door, but not before. Auburn got 3 more runs on 2 more hits. There was 1 more North Alabama error, but again, the Tigers get 2 freebies, and both the hit batter and the walk come home to score. 1 runner left on base. We are through 3. It's now Auburn 9, North Alabama nothing. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
You're going to tell me if the French fries are in box 1, 2, or 3. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's go to the video board. We're helping Tristan out. All right, Tristan, you're watching the French fries. What do you think? 1, 2, or 3?
2!
He's pretty confident it's number 2. Let's see if he's a winner. And Tristan's going home with the Whataburger prize pack. Give it up for him. Nice job, buddy. Back to you.
Nine to nothing Auburn as we go to the 4th inning. Are you considering buying or selling property in Auburn? Maybe a game day home or condo? Get in touch with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. That's Auburn's #1 real estate company. Here's the website, comehometoauburn.com. Start your search there. Connor Copeland has struck out the last 4 batters that he has faced. He has struck out 6 of the 10 batters that he has faced, and he has allowed 1 hit through the first 3 innings of the game. Auburn leads 9 to nothing. As Copeland goes back to work here in the 4th, he will face Fry, Machado, and Lane. Next broadcast on the Auburn Sports Network is tomorrow night, 7:30 Central. Men's basketball at home against Ole Miss. Andy Burcham, Sonny Smith, Jacob Hillman will have the coverage for you at 7:30 tomorrow night. Again, those tuning in on the Trash Pandas YouTube channel, thanks for watching the game tonight. First pitch is a check swing by Fry, and he went 0-1. Fry bounced out to second his first time. We appreciate the Trash Pandas making this game available on their YouTube channel, giving fans from both sides a way to tune in. The pitch is low, 1-1. If you're watching the stream, the audio that you're hearing is from the Auburn Sports Network, so you'll hear a few more Auburn promos and things like that throughout the course of the game tonight. The 1-1. Ground ball to short on 3 hops and a scoot. It's picked up there by Foster, and he throws out Fry. 1 away in the top of the 4th. That brings Kyle Machado to the plate. Machado is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. North Alabama is back at home this weekend. The pitch to Machado is low. 1 ball, no strikes. Miami of Ohio heads to Lane Field in Florence for a 3-game set. Pitch is downstairs to Machado again, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. This North Alabama team will play at Cincinnati and at Tennessee Tech. 4-game series against Cincinnati and then 3 against Tennessee Tech, before then coming back on March 14th, so a couple of weeks away from home. The pitch again misses low, and Copeland has missed low all 3 to Machado. 3 balls, no strikes. Copeland raises up, plants and fires. There's a strike down the middle. Get me over fastball, 3-1. North Alabama comes to Auburn March 28th. So we'll see these guys in a month and a week at Plainsman Park. Line drive towards center. Will it hang up? Nope. Howell will have to play it on a hop out in center field. 3-1 pitch. Tried to bust him inside. Machado pulled the hands in, lined it into center. And that is the second hit of the game for the Lions. A one-out single by Machado here in the fourth. Brings up Jonathan Lane, who doubled back in the second inning. When he hit in the second, I said it's good to see him back out there and healthy. He was having a terrific season. And with about a month left, first the pitch. Inside corner, strike one. He squared to bunt, and the ball hit him. I don't know if it was straight from the pitch or if it was a ricochet off the bat, but he squared around the bunt, and the ball hit him square in the middle of the face. Busted out several teeth. Pitch is down and in, 1-1 to count to Lane. Major facial injuries, and that obviously derailed the last month of the season for Lane, who was having a fine year. So the Lions are glad to get him back and healthy. He doubled back in the second. The pitch fouled straight back. That would have come this way had the net been about 3 inches shorter. But it's not, so it didn't, and the count's a ball and 2 strikes on Lane, the right fielder. Machado is the runner at first. 1 out, top of the fourth inning, 9-0, Auburn leads. Copeland, the starter, comes set and deals. Off speed, foul off to the right side, heads up on the grassy hill. Still 1-2. Copeland approaching 60 pitches. His season high last year was 60. His season high of innings last year was 4. The pitch. That's lined into left field. That's a base hit, and it might be 2 for Lane. Machado digs for third. He's got that brace around his right knee. Mobility a little bit limited. He's got to stop at third on a double to the left field wall by Lane. Lane is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles tonight. He is swinging the stick for North Alabama. Runners are at second and third with 1 out. Looking down into the Auburn dugout again, the Tigers lead 9-0. It's a comfortable lead. Nobody appears to be throwing for Auburn at the time, or for the time being. But I'm watching Darren Schoenrock, the pitching coach, standing at the top step of the dugout beside Butch Thompson. Pitch is low, 1-0 to Ferrigno. Ferrigno flied out to center back in the second inning. Copeland looks home, doesn't even check second, just fires. Fastball, strike, 1-1. For those wondering, the 10-run rule is in effect for tonight's game. Auburn leads at 9-0 in the fourth. If either side has a 10-run lead after 7, that's the ball game. And the pitch misses low, 2-1 to Ferrigno. Say this for Copeland, he's missing more than you'd like him to miss, but he's not missing high. And if you're going to miss, you'd rather miss low than high. Connor's ready again. Is 2-1 to the North Alabama third baseman, is speared into right field. Back goes Kirby. Now straightens up, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Machado. He scores. Tagging from second is Lane. He winds up at third. And North Alabama is on the board. A sacrifice fly from Jackson Ferrigno makes it 9-1 Auburn. Ferrigno drives in his team leading 5th run of the year. That ball had some carry on it in right. Kirby was squaring up, but still backing up a step or 2 when he made that catch. And now it's Peyton Thomas. Strong right-handed hitter. First pitch to Thomas. Attacked the inside corner for strike 1. Thomas flied out to left his first time. Listed at 6'1", 220. a senior out of Phil Campbell. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on an off speed. And it's 0-2. Half a dozen guys from Florence on this North Alabama roster. Arab, Pike Road, Vestavia Hills, Phil Campbell. Here's the pitch. Off the end of the bat, fouled to the screen right side, still 0-2. Coleman, Alabama, lots of guys from around the state, as you would expect, on the North Alabama roster. I have a couple of guys from Minnesota and Wisconsin on the team as well. The pitch is high to Thomas. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The catcher, Levi Jensen, is from Luck, Wisconsin. A ball and 2 strikes to Thomas. Designated hitter bats here with 2 outs and a runner at third. And now time is called as Darren Schoenrock, the Auburn pitching coach, walks out to the mound. And I think he has just made, has he just given the signal? He may have. There is activity, there has been activity for Auburn in the bullpen. And I think Coach Rock gave the signal for a pitching change. So Connor Copeland goes 3 2/3 innings. And he will give way in the middle of Peyton Thomas's at bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 4th inning, with Auburn leading 9-1. New pitcher is on for the Tigers as Auburn makes a Wind Creek call to the bullpen. Connor Copeland gets a really nice hand from the Auburn fans in attendance here in Madison tonight as he comes off the field, and the Tigers go to John Armstrong out of the bullpen. Armstrong 5'11", 225, a sophomore right-hander from Marietta, Georgia, and Harrison High. In his first outing of the season against Indiana, Armstrong went 3 1/3 innings, did not give up a hit, 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Last year, Armstrong, a 1-0 record, 19 innings, earned run average just over 4 1/4, 20 hits in 19 innings, 13 runs, 9 earned, 11 walks, and 21 strikeouts. Teams hit .294 against Armstrong a season ago, but a really strong 3 1/3 against Indiana to help start the season. He was the 3rd pitcher that the Tigers used in the game against Indiana. He came on with 2 outs in the 5th inning. He came on with a couple of runners on base and a couple of runners already in the 5th inning for Indiana. And the Tigers turned to Armstrong to try and squash the threat. As we saw Sunday, when Indiana gets the bats going, it can be tough to stop them. And so they called on Armstrong, and this was a role that he became familiar with and comfortable with last year, coming on with men on base to try to get the last out or 2 of an inning. So they turned to Armstrong here with a 9-1 lead. Top of the 4th. A runner at 3rd and 2 outs. Copeland, 3 2/3, 1 run on 3 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts. Copeland threw an Auburn career high 62 pitches and 39 of them for strikes, and did not make a big mistake pitch in his outing. 9-1, Peyton Thomas stands back in with a count of a ball and 2 strikes. So Armstrong could be out of the inning with just 1 pitch. John with that sidearm delivery from the stretch, leans over, fires, misses down and in. 2-2 the count. 9 runs, 9 hits for Auburn. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for North Alabama. They had credited him with 2 earlier and took 1 of them off the board. Pitch off the end of the bat, little number foul right side. Swung early and just hit it off the end of the bat. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs and a runner at third. North Alabama has put a run across here in the 4th. Pitch by Armstrong, down and in, and the count is full. And he inherited a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Auburn scored 6 times in the first and 3 times in the third. Payoff pitch to Thomas. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Armstrong comes on mid-count and gets the strikeout, and the inning comes to a close. A run for North Alabama on 2 hits. No errors and a runner left on third base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Auburn 9, North Alabama 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 9-1 Auburn, and the Tigers will send the middle third of the order to the plate here in the 4th against Carson Howard for his first full inning of relief. Howard is the 3rd pitcher of the day for North Alabama. The Tigers tagged the starter, Avery Brown, for 6 runs on 3 hits in a third of an inning. And then Caden Barnett came on, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits in 2 frames. Howard charged with a run on 2 hits in 2/3 of an inning. And Ike Irish stands in, takes ball 1 outside. What the UNA pitchers have done sequentially is cut down on the walks and either even out or increase the strikeouts. There's a strike to Irish, 1-1. Brown, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Barnett, 1 of each. Howard so far, no walks and a K. 1-1 to Irish, who singled twice and now takes a strike at the knees, 1-2. Single, a run scored, an RBI in the first, and an infield single last time up in the second. Irish takes a breaking ball low, 2-2. Howard ready, working quickly, and that ball is laced on a hop to the second baseman. Hudson was playing him to pull, and he was perfectly placed. And Irish, to the surprise of most, is out. it says a lot about a guy when you're genuinely, in the game of baseball, when you're genuinely surprised when a guy gets out. And through the first weekend and change, Irish has earned that reputation. Here's a bunt, left side, bunted it pretty hard. Ferrigno charges, bare hand field, throw to first, gets away from the first baseman, and all the way down to second goes Bryson Ware. Ware with a bunt up the third base line. It was bunted fairly sharply. Ferrigno charged a bare hand throw to first, and the throw looks like it may have gotten into Bryson Ware, and that is what the North Alabama head coach, Jad Prakniak, is coming out to ask Caleb Devier, the home plate umpire. It may have hit Ware and gotten away from the first baseman. It's a quick conversation, and the home plate umpire satisfies the North Alabama head coach. Ball got away from first base, just enough for Ware to hustle towards second. So Bryson Ware has his second hit of the night. And here is Dial with a runner at second, one out. It is a slider that bounces to the plate and then hits Dial. Oh, maybe not. Home plate umpire Caleb Devier says, nope, come back. And now he's going to call the entire crew in for a conference. So the ball bounced. It was a slider, pretty hard slider, that bounced in the dirt and then hit Ryan Dial. And the home plate umpire initially called him back, or maybe he was calling all the umpires together for the conference initially. And he gets with David Savage at first. He said, yeah, it hit him. So Dial is at first. Ware is at second. It's a bunt single and a throwing error on the play by Ware that allows him to get to second. Bunt single and then a throwing error allowing him to take second. As it is, they're first and second, one out for Cole Foster. Pitch to Cole, down and in. He had the jackknife out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes. Foster has walked and been hit by a pitch. He has scored both times. And I think Jensen, the catcher, may have gotten crossed up or stung by that last pitch. Home plate umpire went and dusted off a clean home plate, gave him just an extra beat. Now the 1-0 to Foster. Missed inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Talk about winning the freebies. Walks or hit batters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Tigers tonight, and all 5 have come in to score. Dial makes 6. He's at first after being hit by a pitch. 2-0 to Foster. Inside, way inside, 3-0. Walk loads him up for Cam Hill. .22 pitches for Howard in relief. Sophomore right-hander works from the stretch. Runners lead from first and second in the 3-0 pitch. Nowhere close, ball 4 low. So Foster walks for the second time. And the sacks are full of Tigers for Cam Hill. Hill has walked. He has singled. He has scored once. He has driven in 2. Pitch to Hill. High and outside, ball 1. Activity for North Alabama in the bullpen. A right-hander is throwing. Can't quite make out the number. We'll give it a look as Jensen, the catcher, goes out to have a word with Howard. 9-1, Auburn on top. Tigers got 6 in the first and 3 in the third, and they are threatening here in the fourth. Second mound visit. That counts as a mound visit, even if it's just one player going out. So second mound visit of the night for North Alabama. The pitch. Just a little low and in, 2-0. And Howard has missed with 7 straight after Ware's bunt single. 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. I think if you're Hill, you just needed to see one before you think about taking the bat off your shoulder. Now 2 balls and a strike to the Tigers' first baseman. Imposing left-handed hitter. Open stance, 2-1. Ground ball back to the pitcher. They'll go home for the force there, go to first for the double play. That's a 1-2-3 double play to get North Alabama out of the inning. The second double play, if you include the strike 'em out, throw 'em out double play in the second, that the Lions have turned. And Auburn's scoring threat goes by the wayside here in the fourth. Tigers get no runs, 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 left on base. We've played 4 now here at Toyota Field. The Tigers lead the Lions 9-1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Don't think you're allowed to go back there. You don't have security clearance. You definitely don't have a card. And the door is unlocked. That's kind of on them. Now they're being chased by security. This is not good. You guys need to get here to Toyota Field. We've got a race. There they are in town, Madison. And now, ladies and gentlemen, through the legal journey skate in left field, here they come! Out of the gate, Sally's going the wrong way. It's a bad start to the season, folks. Neal's in the lead. This is pretty rare. Here comes Buzz. Neal's pulled a hammy. Neal's already pulled up. They did not stretch clearly before the season. Sally's not even going to finish. She's not even in the field of play. Buzz is in it to win it. Here he comes. Neal's recovered, but I don't think he's got it in him to finish. He's still hobbled around the final turn. It's Buzz, and Buzz is your winner. It's going to be a big DNF for Neal and Sally. Ice up that hamstring, Neal. It's going to be a long season. Today's astronaut race was brought to you by Leidos. Leidos is making the world safer, healthier, and more efficient.
We're back in Madison at Toyota Field. The 5th inning of tonight's game is presented by Southern Union. Auburn leads 9-1. Move seamlessly to Auburn. Complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the plains. Bottom third of the order, Hudson, Knight, and Jensen due up for North Alabama. Connor Copeland got the start, and he was good. 3 2/3 innings, gave up a run on 3 hits. No walks, 6 strikeouts. John Armstrong is back out there to start the 5th. He finished the 4th, got credit for the strikeout as he inherited a 1-2 count and got a swinging 3rd strike from Peyton Thomas. So Armstrong starts the 5th inning with a fastball down and away, ball 1. Hudson struck out in his first appearance against Copeland. Now it's Armstrong who deals and gets a swing and a miss. 1-1. Really compact delivery from Armstrong. At the side arm slot. And there's a called strike with a heater, 1-2. 9 runs, 10 hits for Auburn, 1, 3, and 2 for North Alabama. Righty-righty matchup. Hudson takes down and away, 2-2. John's ready again. The kick and the pitch. Bouncing ball to short. Foster charges, fields, and throws. 1 out. And Andrew Knight will be the batter. He struck out. The bottom third in the order all struck out against Copeland. Hudson was digging down the line trying to beat out the ground ball. It wasn't stung particularly off the bat. Here's Knight. First pitch. Fly ball left center field. That ball is hit well. Kason Howell is on the run. It bounces off the base of the wall. Howell retrieves it as quickly as he can, but that ball carried a good long way, bounced off the very bottom of the wall in left center. So Knight jumps on the first pitch, got the fastball he was looking for, and Knight doubles to left center. A 1-out, 2-bagger for Knight. His first extra base hit of the season. Activity for Auburn in the bullpen as well. A right-hander throwing for the Tigers. We believe it was Josh Bowerman throwing for North Alabama down in the pen earlier. Pitch is low by Armstrong to Jensen. Levi Jensen, the catcher. Here's the pitch. Foul off to the right. A ball and a strike. Top of the order, McIntyre waiting on deck. Stretch pitch. Breaking ball lands in on the outside corner. Really good looking pitch from Armstrong. 1-2. North Alabama in the third base dugout is the visitors. Auburn, the first base dugout, is the home team in the white jerseys. North Alabama in the purple. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a slider tailing away from the right-handed hitter. And Armstrong has his second strikeout. 2 down. Knight at second. All of the base runners for North Alabama have come tonight with fewer than 2 outs. Tigers have been able to limit what they've put on the board, though, to just a single run. Here's McIntyre 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and he takes, ball one a little low. Dropped just underneath the knees at the last moment. Armstrong is set, he deals. Swing and a miss. McIntyre tried to hold up on the breaking ball. About an 80% swing there, and he couldn't hold it. 1-1 to the Lions center fielder. The pitch. Inside corner for a strike. 1-2. Well, let's see if after going inside, Armstrong tries to set up that slider away again. He got a swinging third strike from Jensen on that pitch. Armstrong set. The 1-2. Swing and a pop-up on the infield. Right side, Moss under it. Edge of the grass, he's got it. Inning over. So Armstrong gives up a 1-out double, then gets a strikeout and a pop-out. And North Alabama's kept off the board in the 5th. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left in scoring position. Halfway home at Toyota Field in Madison, it's Auburn 9, North Alabama 1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment. Tigers lead the Lions 9-1. We go to the 5th. Bottom of the 5th inning for Auburn. Howell, Pierce, Moss due up. Men's basketball tomorrow night on the Auburn Sports Network starting at 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock tip-off between the Tigers and Ole Miss. Then Thursday night, it's Tiger Talk from Baumhauer's Victory Grill on Big Creek Road in Auburn. We hope you'll join us for those broadcasts. Join us in person. If you can't be there in person, just join us on the radio or the app, or streaming on Facebook and YouTube. They're sling-shooting T-shirts into the crowd here. And whether it's the Auburn fans who are watching their team lead 9-1 or the North Alabama fans, they are on their feet for the T-shirts. And a lot of young people in the stands tonight. I mean, a lot of kids here at Toyota Field. That's been good to see. Perfect weather. Temperature in the 60s. You get a good 10 or 15 mile an hour wind and it could be chilly, but that hasn't been the case tonight. It's just been comfortable throughout. Kason Howell has singled. He has reached on a fielder's choice, and the center fielder has scored a run. Set to get things underway. And the first pitch, high and inside for ball one. New pitcher for North Alabama is Joey Malika. Joey Malika, the new pitcher. He's a right-hander. Fly ball by Howell to center. Right center. McIntyre over. Look out, a near collision out in right with Lane, but McIntyre called him off, and at the last moment, Lane peeled off, and the catch was made for the first out. Malika is a 6'1", 215-pound freshman out of Northfield, Minnesota. He's the fourth pitcher of the night for North Alabama. Bobby Pierce, the batter, he's hitting for the fourth time tonight, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Pierce is 2 for 3, a pair of singles. He's scored a run and driven in 2. The pitch. Fly ball left field. Did he get all of it? Knight is back as far as he can go, and that is gone. Into the North Alabama bullpen. Bobby Pierce has his first home run of the season. A solo shot over the wall and left, and Auburn leads 10-1. The only question there was, did Knight have a chance to climb the wall? Oh, and he gave it a great effort. But he just couldn't get there, couldn't quite get there. The guys in the bullpen thought he had a legitimate shot at it. Pitch to Moss, way outside, 1-0. Brody Moss has singled, he has driven in a run, he has scored a run. Here's the pitch. On the outside edge, 1-1 the count. Well, that put a little jolt through the crowd. 1-1. Flied left side. Slicing just beyond those terrace picnic table area. Not unlike the Tiger Terrace back at Plainsman Park. 1-2 the count to Moss. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. Glove there by Hudson. He throws. 2 outs. And that'll bring Justin Kirby to the plate. Kirby is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. He walked and scored in the first inning. Kirby now officially 2 for 10 on the year, but with 7 walks. And his 2 hits are both home runs. Malika off the right side of the rubber. The pitch comes to the inside corner. covered a lot of the plate with that fastball. 0-1 the count. Malika ready to go back to work. Winds and fires. Another fastball. That's at the knees for strike 2. And he's ahead of Kirby. No balls and 2 strikes. No information on Malika on the North Alabama website. So it's our first look. What we see is what we get. There's a breaking ball. Lands on top of the plate. 1-2 the count. Wind in the pitch. Breaking ball, that's hit hard out to left. Backing up is Knight, but he squares up and makes the catch. That's well played on a ball that was tattooed by Kirby, but right at the left fielder. And the inning comes to a close. Solo blast by Bobby Pierce just over the bullpen wall in left field. That's the offense for Auburn in the 5th. No errors, nobody left. We have played 5 innings at Toyota Field in Madison with a score Auburn 10, North Alabama 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly. We're at Toyota Field in Madison, and Auburn has a new pitcher as we get set for inning number 6. It is Chase Isbell, the 6'2", 210-pound senior from Springville, transferred into the program from Samford. And last year for the Tigers was 1-1 in 14 appearances, 18 2/3 innings, 17 hits, 10 runs, all earned. 14 walks, 23 strikeouts. Opposition hit .243 against Isbell. Combined Samford and Auburn stats. Isbell 6-3 with a 3.34 earned run average, 46 career appearances, 56 2/3 career innings, 41 hits, 21 earned runs, 35 75 the walk to strikeout split. Pitched an inning and 2/3 against Indiana, gave up a run on 2 hits with a walk and 2 strikeouts over the weekend. Garrick Fry is the number 2 hitter in the order. He's the shortstop, and he'll lead things off in the 6th inning, and he lines one into right field. So Isbell is greeted with a big swing by Fry and a single. So Fry has his first hit of the game and his 7th hit of the season. That leads the North Alabama club. And Kyle Machado is the hitter. Connor Copeland started the game, pitched 3 2/3 innings. Pop up on the first pitch to Machado on the infield. Moss is under it, makes the catch. 2 pitches, 2 swings for the Lions. 1 base runner, 1 out. Fry at first, 1 down for Jonathan Lane, and Lane has clubbed the ball both times. 2 doubles to show for it. Lane now has 6 hits on the year, and 3 of them are doubles. Righty-righty matchup. Isbell's pitch swung on and missed. Fastball, and he threw it by Lane. 0-1. Challenged him to start the at-bat. Isbell from the stretch. Runner leads from first. And the 0-1. Downstairs, 1-1 the count as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. Big cut by Lane. He came up empty on a fastball from Isbell. Lane was trying to deposit that ball in the parking lot. Isbell again is set. The pitch. Called strike 3. Froze him with a fastball at the knees. Lane flinched, started the swing, but didn't follow through, and the pitch right at the knees. Good pitch by Isbell for his first strikeout. 2 outs now in the inning after the leadoff single. Check the Yellowwood scoreboard. Some big numbers being put up by SEC teams tonight. And a couple of surprising upsets, too. Ferrigno takes a ball inside, got away from Dial momentarily, but he went to get it. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. On the Yellowwood scoreboard, LSU beat Southern 18-4 tonight in Baton Rouge. Kentucky a 6-3 winner over Evansville. The pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. South Carolina pummeled Winthrop 19-3. Tennessee shut out Alabama A&M 10-0. Alabama beat Tennessee Tech 7-4. It was Ole Miss over Arkansas State 11-3. Stretched by Isbell in the 1-1 to Ferrigno. Fastball got strike 2 on the inside edge at the knees. Isbell appears to be settling in a little bit. Florida beat South Florida 6-1 in Tampa. And now the surprises. Lamar upsets Texas A&M in College Station 7-4. Pitch. Fastball downstairs, 2-2 to Ferrigno. Louisiana Monroe tops Mississippi State in Starkville 11-5. And Central Arkansas beat Vanderbilt in Nashville 5-4. All of those on the Yellowwood scoreboard. Here it's 10-1 Auburn. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Chase Isbell comes set and his 2-2 pitch to Ferrigno. Flied into shallow right. Out goes Hill. Out into foul territory. Cam Hill makes the catch. Difficult catch over his right shoulder, moving away from the plate. A fine defensive play by Cam Hill to retire the side. In fact, that's our defensive play of the game, presented by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites. Leadoff single for North Alabama. Lions get nothing else. We have played 5.5 innings in Madison, and Auburn leads 10-1. Auburn baseball.
Some Auburn Tigers, are you ready? Oh yeah, I'm ready. He's ready to go. Let's go ahead and throw up Tiger number 1 on the screen. This is a tough one. Josiah, name that Tiger. Cam Newton is correct. That's right. There you go. That's 1 down. We need to get 1 more to get the victory for you. Can we get Tiger number 2? Any guess will do. What do you have?
I thought he played football. Bo Jackson.
Well, he does play football. He played baseball pretty good, too. That's correct. That's 2 right there. JoJo's a winner. Now let's see if he can go for the clean sweep. Tiger number 3, please. Tiger number 3. Familiar face around here. Name that Tiger. He's looking to the crowd for answers. He's looking to the crowd. We need to Price is Right this thing. Oh, she looks confident right there.
Sonny DeSera.
Yeah, you're close enough. That is Sonny DeSera, Rocket City Trash Band himself. Everyone give it up for Josiah, the winner of tonight's Name That Auburn Tiger.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Madison. Auburn baseball is brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait, vaccinate, protect yourself and others from COVID and flu. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Bottom of the 6th, it's the middle third of the order due up for Auburn. Irish, Ware, and Dial. Pitch hit hard on the ground past second. It's another base hit for Ike Irish. He just keeps on doing it. 3 for 4 for the co-freshman of the week in the SEC, Ike Irish. Give him 9 hits now for the season. He's 9 for 16. Pitch hit hard on the ground past second. It's another base hit for Ike Irish. On the first pitch. That's at least the third of his 9 hits that have come on the first pitch. First pitch is bunted by Ware over the net and into the stands. Bryson laid down a bunt single his last time up. Was going to try to do it again there. Ferrigno is even with the bag at third and now takes another step in. That's against the shift. Well, if he could bunt it to the right side or slap it to the right side, he could walk to first. Pitch. Instead, he swung out of his shoes. Came up empty, 0-2. Irish over at first base, committed to Auburn back in 2019. He's a guy that has been committed to this staff since before his sophomore year in high school. Pitch to Ware, breaking ball, missed away, 1-2. Bryson did a good job to stay at home there. Stretch. 1-2. Here it is. Fly ball left field. That ball's hit deep. Knight looks up and watches it sail. Oh, he hit that a long way. Bryson Ware with his first home run of the season. A 2-run blast. Liftoff to left field. And Auburn leads 12-1. Malika got ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. He tried to get Ware to swing and a slider off the plate. Bryson didn't give in, and so on a 1-2 pitch, he came back and tried to catch a little more of the plate. He caught too much of the plate. Here's Ryan Dial. Pitch is a strike, it's 0-1. 12-1 Tigers. By the way, Bryson Ware now with 10 hits to reclaim the team lead. Pitch misses low, 1-1. So Irish tied him for a few seconds. And then Bryson just grabbed the team lead in hits back in a loud way. 1-1 to Dial, that's downstairs, 2-1. Now we're in the bottom of the 6th, and Auburn leads 12-1, which means North Alabama is going to need a couple of runs in the 7th to keep the game going. There's a called strike to Dial, 2-2. Wind in the 2-2 from Malika. Missed a little up, and it's 3-2. Wind in the delivery. Flied to right. Lane started back and now breaks in and makes the catch. It's exactly the way you're taught to play in the outfield. Lane broke back quickly when the ball jumped off of Dial's bat and then broke back in toward the field to make the catch. 1 away. And Cole Foster, the hitter. Foster has scored a couple of times. He has been on base all 3 times tonight. First pitch to him is inside, ball 1. He just hasn't had a lot to swing at. 2 walks and he's been hit, and he scored 2 times. Here's a pitch. Inside out swing, he golfs it over to the left and out of play. On top of a tent. 1-1 the count. Here's a pitch to Foster. It's low, 2-1. The Auburn shortstop. Foster hit of the 2-hole all 3 games of the Indiana series. Here for the midweek. Slide him down to the 7-hole. Take a little pressure off. 2-1. That is on the outside corner, 2-2, and I don't think Cole agreed. Foster's now walked 5 times this year. 2-2. Fouled off to the left again. He straightened it out a little bit from the time before. Trying to get the timing down. Malika, the 4th pitcher of the game for North Alabama. Just tuning in. The starter, Avery Brown, lasted just a third of an inning. 2-2 to Foster. Fouled off again. Tigers loaded the bases against him. Sent 7 to the plate. Foster was the last guy that he faced. Pitch. In the dirt, and the count is full. Foster with a quality at bat here. Butch Thompson talked before the game about the want for competitive at bats, start to finish. Even if you make an out, what do you do? If you get a call that you don't like, what do you do? Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4, and Foster has walked for a 3rd time tonight. It's so tempting in a game where the score is lopsided in the second half. You can make the argument that the game's not in the balance. For guys to change their approach, to not be disciplined, to try to pull everything, to swing out of their shoes all the time. And that's a good job by Foster not to do that in that sequence. Now here's Cam Hill, who has driven in a couple. He drove in 2 runs with the first swing of his bat of the season, and now time is called. And out of the dugout comes Coach Prakniak. And he makes the signal. He gives the signal. A new pitcher will be on his way in for North Alabama. He will be the 5th pitcher of the night for the Lions. And we will give you his details when we come back. Auburn leads 12-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And North Alabama makes a Wind Creek call to the bullpen. The new pitcher for North Alabama is big number 33, Josh Bowerman, 6'3", 225. Solidly built youngster out of Mars Hill Bible School in Florence. So he's a hometown kid from Florence, playing for North Alabama. And he's here in Madison as the 5th pitcher of the night for the Lions. Bowerman did a little bit of everything, infield, outfield, pitcher, Mars Hill Bible. Finished the year with a 1.39 earned run average on the mound for Mars Hill Bible. 2nd team All-State in 2019, 2021. And 1st team All-State in 2022. He was the Class 2A Player of the Year in 2022 and a member of the Super State team. So Josh Bowerman, number 33. Becomes the 5th pitcher of the night for North Alabama. Barnett came on in relief of Brown earlier, went 2 innings, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. Brown charged with 6 runs on 3 hits. And then Carson Howard gave up a run on 3 hits in an inning and 2/3. Joey Malika came in and gave up 3 runs on 3 hits in an inning and a 1/3. And now it is Bowerman. Your attendance for tonight's game here at Toyota Field, 5,448. 54-48. That takes the average attendance for an Auburn game this year up over 4,400 a game. All right, here's Cam Hill, runner at first. One out, the pitch, low. A little more life on the fastball from Bowerman. Hill walked and scored in the third. He grounded into a 1-2-3 double play with the bases loaded in the fourth. He's now batting in the sixth, and he takes ball 2 outside. Hill with 5 homers, 22 RBIs his freshman year. The power numbers dipped a little bit last year. Again, just didn't get as many opportunities a season ago. He's making his first start of the year tonight. Swings and misses. Bottom dropped out of that one, and he got a piece of it into the catcher's mitt. 2-1. Play him to pull a couple of steps in the outfield, straight away on the infield. Bowerman looks over his left shoulder at first. Runner leads from there. Here's the delivery. There's a fly ball to left, tailing away from Knight near the line. He's over, and the left fielder makes the catch with a foot on the left field line. So Hill is out number 2 here in the sixth. Runner leads from there. Here's the delivery. There's a fly ball for the Tigers, tailing away from Knight near the line. He's over, and the left fielder makes the catch with a foot on the left field line. This will be Chris Stanfield. Chris Stanfield out of Tallahassee, Florida. 6'1", 190, right-handed batter. First pitch to him is low, ball 1. So Cason Howell's night comes to a close. Stanfield out in the 7th inning defensively for Auburn. He swings and pops it up. Foul ground, look out. That'll get into the seats. Stanfield came on to run for the Tigers against Indiana. This is his first at bat of the season. Count goes to a ball and a strike. Pitch. High, gets away momentarily from the catcher, and Foster takes second base. Cole was well off the bag anyway. They weren't holding him on. It's 12-1 in the sixth. And the ball's popped out of the mid of Jensen and rolled away about 5 or 6 feet. Plenty of room for Foster to head to second. 2-1 the count to Stanfield. Base hit here means an RBI with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Bouncing ball back up the middle. Will it find its way through? Yes, it will. And here comes Foster scoring from second on the play. Chris Stanfield drives in a run in his first Auburn at bat. It's 13-1 Tigers. Memorable at bat for the freshman. A 2-1 bouncing ball single right up the middle. Hudson and Fry both dove for it. Neither could get it. Stanfield drives in the run. 3 runs in the inning for the Tigers. It's the 3rd inning in which Auburn has put a crooked number on the board to go with a solo home run in the 5th. Now here's Mike Bello, who's batting for Bobby Pierce. Mikey Bello getting his second at bat of the season. The pitch. High and outside for ball 1. Delivery. That's right through there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Bello 0 for 1. Showed some power last year. Pitch. Is lined back past the pitcher and underneath the glove of Hudson at second base. Bello with a base hit. Stanfield heads to third. So a couple of pinch hitters doing work tonight. That's the kind of approach and respect for the at-bats that Coach Thompson is looking for. They're first and third now with 2 outs. 13-1, Tigers in control tonight over North Alabama at Toyota Field. Again, our 7-inning rule is in effect, the 10-run rule. And so if North Alabama does not bat or does not score 3 times in the 7th, this game will be over. Moss is the 8th man to bat here in the Auburn 6th. He takes ball 1 high. For our affiliates down the line, and for Quinn in our Skyview Auburn Sports Network studios, we will take all remaining local breaks if that happens and the game is cut short. Here's the pitch. Inside corner and a strike to Moss, 1-1. We will take our remaining local breaks only before we proceed to our end of game break in the Regions Bank postgame show. 1-1 to Moss. That's strike 2. Moss tonight in his first start has singled. He's been hit by a pitch. He has driven in a run. He has scored a run. Now a ball and 2 strikes to the Auburn second baseman. Breaking ball missed in. And it's 2-2. If Moss reaches, then Auburn will have batted around for a second inning. Tigers sent 10 to the plate in the first and set the tone for this one early. The 2-2. Inside and low, it's 3-2. Started to make this point earlier. Butch Thompson talked about the importance of putting on a good show and giving people their very best, people who may not get a chance to see Auburn play at Plainsman Park this year. And they have entertained the Auburn crowd here tonight. The 3-2 pitch is down and in. That's ball 4. And it will not be Justin Kirby. It'll be Josh Hall. Hall came on defensively in the Saturday game against Indiana to close it out in right field. Josh will get his first at bat of 2023 now. After the game, keep it here for the Regions Bank postgame show. For those of you listening on the radio, get the Auburn University Visa debit card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoTigers to order yours tonight. Visit out to the mound. Jensen goes and has a word with Bowerman. And now that's the 3rd mound visit for North Alabama officially. Josh Hall gets a chance to hit with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And the first pitch to him is a strike, inner half of the plate. Irish started the inning with a single. He came around to score on Bryson Ware's mammoth home run. Two batters later, Foster walked. 2 batters after that, Kason Howell, or rather, Chris Stanfield drove him in with a single. Here's the pitch. Way outside, a ball and a strike to Hall. Bowerman comes set, the right-hander against the lefty. Hall delivers. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Josh. It's 1-2. 10 Tigers to the plate in the first, 9 here in the 6th. Auburn with 6 in the first, 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th. Bowerman's 1-2. Called strike 3, and the inning comes to a close. But Auburn bats around. They get their second homer of the night. This one a 2-run blast from Bryson Ware. 3 runs in the inning on 4 hits. No errors and a couple of runners left on base. 3 runners left on base. We go to the 7th inning. North Alabama's got to score 4 times for the game to continue. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly. So Quinn, if they don't score here, we're done with network breaks. We'll take the end of 7th and end of 8th and then the end of game. But not all together. I'll come back between. I said if North Alabama doesn't score the runs needed, if the game ends in this half inning, we'll move to only local breaks. I'll have to come back in between each one, but the next break we take will be the end of 7th inning, and then we'll take the end of the 8th, and then the end of game. But I'll come back in between. In essence, we'll do away with all network breaks until the end of game. Oh, the crowd's still in it here at Toyota Field in Madison. Grounds crew out doing work. They're getting ready for the start of Trash Pandas season on April 6th. That will be here before we know it. Still a little over a month to go before minor league and Major League Baseball season get underway. Here it's been all Auburn. 13 runs on 15 hits. No errors for the Tigers. 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors for North Alabama. 13-1, we go to the 7th. North Alabama has got to score 4 times. Well, they got to score 3 times, I beg your pardon. 3 times to continue the game. If they score 0, 1, or 2 in the 7th, Auburn will win by run rule. Chase Isbell back there on the mound for the Tigers. The first batter is a pinch hitter for North Alabama, Cook. Cal Cook, 6'4", senior from Knoxville, Tennessee, and he took a big cut and fouled it back, 0-1. Isbell rocks, back, plants, fires, breaking ball, strike 2. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. With their spacious cancer center, patients can make cancer a distant memory instead of a distant drive. That's why East Alabama Health is Auburn's home field advantage. The pitch, breaking ball again, called strike 3. Isbell carved him up for out number 1 in the 7th. Defensive changes for the Tigers. There are a couple. Mike Bello is in left. Chris Stanfield stays in the game in center. Josh Hall stays in the game in right field. And actually, those are the only 3. So the entire outfield is different. And the first pitch is fouled back, 0-1 to Ethan Walker, a pinch hitter for North Alabama. Walker, a 5'10" freshman from Kansas City. Left-handed hitter with an open stance. The wind and the pitch. Inside corner with a fastball, 0-2. Isbell, nothing but strikes. Tigers have used 3 pitchers tonight. Connor Copeland went 3 2/3 innings. John Armstrong went an inning and a third. And now Connor Copeland on for his, or rather, Chase Isbell on for his 2nd inning. Pitch is fouled back, still 0-2. Auburn takes on Southern Cal this weekend, 2nd straight weekend for the Tigers to take on a power conference opponent. Isbell winds in the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. Back-to-back strikeouts for Isbell. And the Tigers are an out away from ending this game in the 7th inning. Another pinch hitter for North Alabama is Jackson Cheek. Cheek, a 6'2" freshman from Nettleton, Mississippi. Jackson Cheek. And North Alabama at home this weekend against Miami of Ohio. Fastball right down the middle, nothing in one to Cheek. Literally nothing but strikes from Isbell here in the 7th inning. And that's going to make his head coach and pitching coach happy. You get a big lead, throw it in the strike zone. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, strike 2. So the Tigers need a strike to go to 3-1. Here's the wind. And Isbell's pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Isbell strikes out the side in the 7th. And Auburn comes to Madison, to Toyota Field, and defeats North Alabama by the score of 13-1. Auburn really set the tone with a 6-run, 10-batter first inning. And the Tigers never looked back, impressing the Auburn faithful that turned out in the Rocket City with a dominating performance tonight. 13 runs, 15 hits, no errors. North Alabama 1 run, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Auburn is now 3-1. North Alabama falls to 1-3. Now again, for our affiliates down the line, we're going to take the rest of our local breaks. And again, this is hyper detailed for those down the line, but for our local affiliates, we're going to take breaks 17 and 19 before our end of game break. We won't take them together, we'll take them separately, but our local end game breaks we will take before we move to our end of game programming. So we're going to step away for local break number 17. Auburn a winner tonight in Madison, 13-1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.